Hello, everyone. I'm Giovanna Salas, and today I'm super excited because this is our first episode and our first interview with a very talented film composer. His name is Guy Renardeau, and we are going to talk about his passions, how did he achieve to become a film composer. And this, your new show, Guilty by My Own Desires. I'm your host, and so we are going to welcome Guy all the way from Netherlands.
Hi.
Hello, guys. So I told you you was going to be my first guest in this new
Yeah,
show, and I'm so honored that you are here. And I would like to start by how do you feeling today?
yeah, great. So, okay, it's Corona time, and everybody knows it, and we
Yeah.
feel great. So it's no problem. I can work in my studio. So okay, that's fine. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Guy, I this is something different. I wanted to do this a little bit more um, close to the people for they know about who you are. How did you started your career as a film composer?
Yeah,
Or when did you decide, this is what I want to do? Because it's not easy, it's difficult, it goes through a lot of challenges. And
I know, I know. Yeah. So it started back when I think I was 5 years old, 6 years old, and I was quite interesting into playing music at a very early age. And so I started with the flute, and then later on I uh, play also the trumpet and the piano, different other instruments. But I was very inspired by the music and everything. Uh, what has to do with sound was very interesting. But the problem was I really enjoy improvising music. And my father said always, you have to play Chopin and Beethoven and everything. And I was more interesting to write my own music. And so my father was not agree with this. So and the piano was also in my sister's room. So I had also always to practice with my older sister.
yes.
Because I have an older sister and also another older brother, and so I had to practice the piano in our room. So and then later on, I started to play the guitar because the guitar is a very personal instrument. You can make also the tone and everything. It's like a violin. The tone is very important. That you can do a lot with your fingers, and you can more develop our own style with guitar or violin than a piano croissant in matter of sound.
So,
So
Guy,
I took classes, and I play also with band with different artists, and so it was a great adventure. And then I was at the gymnasium, and
and I want to go there with you, but before we go there, I wanted
yeah,
to
okay.
ask you the
Yeah, it's a very
question.
long story
It's
anyway.
a question.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a question to the stories. So, have you ever felt guilty by your own desires, by wanting to become a film composer?
No, not guilty at all, because it was a coincidence. Because when I started to compose music and to play music and to make music anyway, so I had not the intention to be a film composer at all. So I
So,
want to
how
be,
that happened?
yeah.
How that happened? Tell me, because it
So
was
that
not your
was
intention.
that was later on, because I first studied in Germany at university from Cologne, and then also in Amsterdam. And so I really studied composition, orchestration, and so on. And then some people asked me to write music for film, and then how it started. And that's not long ago. So I started everything. I started with film music, I think, in 2011, 2012. So it's a lot of people think, because I have a lot of awards and so on. this guy has to be for years and years into the film music, but it's not the case. It's only 8 years or 9 years, and everything it's gone very very quickly, and people ask me to write music, and so from one came the other, and that's how everything's.
So what are your desires now? Tell me about what do you desire now in this time? Tell me what are your desires now?
My desires, that's a very difficult question, because sure, everybody has a kind of desires, but I think that life is more like a vague, so it comes when it comes, and it comes not when it comes not, and so I have certain goals, absolutely, and my desire is, okay, to get a Oscar, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, why not? Why not? So
Yeah.
this is something like I wanted to talk with you, to let the audience know that sometimes we can dream and we can desire something, even though it's different challenges along the way. But I believe that your talent and your career, how you're progressing. I mean, I love to work with you the last November. It was amazing, and I know that you are capable of so many things. So I won't have a doubt that you are nominated to an Oscar, but it's time in between. So what you will tell for the people that you work with, you work with different people.
Yeah.
Where did your inspiration come from? How is your creative process?
So about the inspiration, it's come from different sides. Sometimes I'm walking in the woods, and then something happened with the music. Sometimes I'm improvising music. Sometimes I'm looking to a movie, a certain movie, and that approached me, and then I said, oh, that will be nice to take those ideas into my music. Sometimes it's a very good book. It's not one thing. It's more things that give you kind of inspiration to write a certain song or a certain kind of music. So and that's why also I'm also in the film music, because when you're writing film music, you are not only write music, you are writing music for picture. So the picture needs a certain kind of music. So sometimes you have to write something you are not familiar about it. Sometimes you have to write.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah. You have certain scenes, and certain scenes need some kind of music, and so then you have to go for it. To write sometimes different kind of music, and especially with film music, you have to know a lot about different styles of music. And I know a lot of composers, they are only write classical music or rock music or jazz music, but we as film composers, we need to know jazz music, rock music, dance. We need a lot of sound design, every kind, and also the styles, because sometimes a guy came to me to write animation, another guy games, another guy drama, another guy a romantic movie. So, and every movie has something special, and the music has to be special too. So,
well, it feels that you have to be able to control different emotions too,
absolutely, yeah.
in your person. Also,